Hello, everyone. Welcome to this interview for Season 3 of Soccer's Minecraft Survivor. This cast is the best we have ever had so far. Season 1 and 2 were amazing, but this is better than ever. And we are here to start it off with a legendary person. You might not know him, I don't know him, but we're here now to get to meet this incredible player who I already know is going to kill it. Welcome, Jake Season.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, tell us your name, your age, and your occupation.
My name is Jake, if you couldn't really tell. I'm 15, and I am a high school student.
All right, we can ask a question right away, actually, about this. So, in the past season, the first boot, they got called out instantly by one of the castaways for their age. Do you think that'll be a problem for you?
Well, I was really thinking about this after watching that first episode. My strategy going into the game is to lie about my age. I'm going to tell all the other players that I am 16, turning 17. So there really isn't that age gap between us players. We saw, like you mentioned, that last season. I forgot her name because she was so irrelevant. She made no plays. But you know what I mean? But I mean, she got called out for being like 12 years old. She was not a therapist. She was like in middle school, maybe even elementary school. But I'm gonna lie about my age, but I know it's not gonna, I'm not gonna get caught because I've done this. I'm not a rookie.
So can we expect lying to be a part of your gameplay then this season?
Oh, absolutely. I think you cannot win a game of Big Brother without lying.
Amazing. I am already excited to see what shenanigans you're gonna pull around camp. So going into this season, what puts you above the competition?
Going into this, season, I believe that my social game is gonna be my key thing. Many people know me as a social player.
All right, and what are the benefits and deficits to this, if there even is any deficits?
I think the positive, I can make a lot of alliances, and whatnot. But I think the negatives, I can get called out for being like a social butterfly here and there. But I think that's where my strategic game ties in, because I know when to make the right moves and whatnot, and I know that with my combination, I may not be a competition beast, but I know with my social and strategic game, it could lead me all the way to the final three.
So are we going to expect to see you being the person to make the alliances, or because you are a social butterfly, being the one to get invited into the alliance?
I think it's gonna be a mix of both. I'm gonna make and break alliances. Mentioned about breaking. In my past Survivor and Big Brother games, I'm known for being kind of an explosive player. And one bad thing about my game is I like to play with my emotions, which really gets to me. But I'm a very explosive player, and so if you're gonna go home, like I'm gonna blow up your game, whatnot. I mean, you're gonna go home either way, but I'm gonna just blow up people's game. But it's not gonna have any back effect to me because I know they're gonna be going home that week.
Well, as someone who's explosive, I personally did not have a good mix of both, as it sent me out the door the second tribal. So Jake, hopefully you are just better than me and can use this explosiveness to get you into that FTC and be crowned the Soul Survivor. Talking about Soul Survivor, soccer seasons in Season 1 and Season 2 have both had a cash prize for the winner, $100. If, or let's just say for you, when you win this season, what are you going to spend that money on?
I'm a big fashion guy. I might go buy some shoes, maybe go on Pantanal, buy some reps. Might just store the money for a later date. Maybe save it up. Maybe even get some hookers. You know what I'm saying? But everything whatnot. It just depends. What I'm feeling that day.
Okay. A wide variety of amazing options right there. So this next question is going to be a multi-layered question here. You can answer this in any order you want. Name the type of player you'd want to target, the type of player you'd want to work with, and the type of player you're afraid of the most.
All right, I'm gonna answer the type of player I want to work with first. I like to kind of position myself in the middle. I think that's how you play the best. Looking back into past real life Survivor seasons. One of my key idols going into this season is Mr. Tony Velakos. We saw in both of his seasons he played the middle. He aligned himself with both comp beasts and social butterflies, and when you have comp beasts, they act as shields for you. But then also with social butterflies, they can also act as shields and provide you information. So with both that, you have a shield and another ear getting you information. So I think those are the two people I want to align with. To answer your question about who I fear in this game, I mean, obviously you have to fear the competition beast. I mean, they have a chance to win out since it's Survivor. So at the right time, I will make sure to execute those plays to get them out. Also, the social butterflies. I mean, you can't trust anybody in the game of Survivor. I mean, we all know that. But getting other social players because they have all the information. And then I think the other question you said is like, who do you want to make it to the end? It was something like that. I want to make it to a bunch of goats. I want to just be surrounded by goats. Because I want to make sure that my blood path has been left from the first week all the way to final 3, and I got off all my allies that I had to backstab. I got them all out because they were threats to my game later on down the road. Now I want to be with a bunch of goats that I know who I can win out in a final 3 jury vote.
With that kind of plan, how can it go wrong, honestly? You seem to have everything covered. Now, in this community, let's have a question here. Is there someone that, if you see them here, and you're like, why are they here? Like, this is the person I did not want to be here.
I mean, I'm really new to this community, I was really brought on by my friend, Mr. B. Cortin. But, I don't really know that many people here. I think the only person I really fear in the game of Survivor is B. Cortin, and he ain't going to be playing this season. So I think I'm going to be fine. I mean, that's the only guy who I really fear. Another person who I fear is a guy named Prowling Stalker.
Perfect. Now, talking about this, you said you're new to the community. Like, what is your journey? Like, how did you get to where you are now?
I got to where I am. I had a friend, put a good word in for me, and I'm blessed that I was chosen to be here. I'm glad I get this opportunity to play the game of Survivor, especially with a great host like Soccer. But the journey, I mean, it's been a really easy journey. Last time I put an application, season of Big Brother or Survivor, I mean, I chat GPT'd my way onto it, so that kind of tells you the type of player I am. I can just go get through everything. I mean, the journey's been quite easy, and I think the journey might be even easier in the season to get all the way to the top.
That's a pretty boastful claim right there. So let's ask you right now, what place do you see yourself getting in this season?
First, no question. If you ain't first, you're last. That's a quote that I stand by.
Thank you so much, Jake Susan, for having you here. Like, I'm just excited to see this kind of confidence. We don't have many people like you who are this confident coming into a season. You're a fresh face, and I know you're going to shock people this season. I am so excited to see you.
No, I just want to say thank you for having me. It's a great opportunity that y'all are giving me to play this game. So I just want to say thank you to you and to Soccer and all of the producers here for season 3.
Of course. Now, the floor is yours here. Are there any final words you'd like to say?
As a famous quote among some of my friends, we're going to win this game Jake style, baby. And also, we got to give a little shout out to my boy, F. Poon style, John style, Jake style, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. All right, Jake. I'm excited to see you on this season, man. I already know that we're going to be in for a treat when you're on the screen.
No, thank you so much. It's an honor to say that.